Welcome to the Nuff Said podcast. We are talking season 4, episode 10, The Patriot. I'm Rob Southgate. With me is
Lil Kanitsa.
Hey, Lil. So, this was a hot, buttery episode, huh?
Yeah, it took it in a different direction.
Yes,
which was good.
There was a lot I liked. There was just I know. I probably have the same feelings you do. Go ahead.
Well, it was funny because my wife was watching it, and what did she say? She said, "Why do people who are really smart do really dumb things?"
Yep.
And calling out fits in that regard. It's just we'll talk about it, I guess, when we get closer to the end, because it was at the very, very end.
Stupid, yeah.
Which was, clearly, I don't know, must have lost his mind. I don't know. Maybe something happened when he was in the other side, in the upside down.
Well, he did have the brain damage at one point, too. He's been in the upside down. He's had the brain damage. True. There's a lot of stuff. I can cut him some slack for making bonehead moves.
True. So, the episode starts out pretty good. The Patriot.
I liked this scene. It felt very MCU when they were having the press conference out on the steps. Daisy's getting honored.
And it tied in to Luke Cage.
Where did it tie into Luke Cage?
Have you watched Luke Cage yet?
I haven't gotten to the end.
Okay, so in Luke Cage, they have these special bullets that are made out of Shatari materials.
What?
I
think I did like 3 or 4 episodes and stopped. So I missed all of this.
So yeah, you probably got right before that happened where he got shot with the special Shatari.
Oh, yeah, I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, so spoiler, I apologize. It's been out for, 6 months now, so but in Luke Cage, they use these special bullets, and the bullet that was fired at the director that went into the
case and blew up.
Not the case; it was whatever he was holding.
The podium. That was the podium.
Thank you. Sure. Yeah, and then you heard it drilling, just like the bullets did on Luke Cage. I think that was a direct tie-in to that technology that they used in Luke Cage.
Very nice. See,
and
I didn't catch it because I didn't see it.
And I think they used it because, of course, everybody assumes, if you haven't, I'm sure you've watched the show by now, but Director Mace is not an Inhuman. Everybody assumed he was.
Right.
He was under a weak version of the super soldier serum that was from Mr. Hyde.
Okay, before we go on, I am going to give some props here. One of our listeners, actually a big fan of Super Connectivity. His name is Kenneth Smyson. He was actually a guest on Super Connectivity at one point. He wrote to Charlie and Phil, but I'm aping it because, hey, man, we're the Nuff Said show. He said, I got to find it here. My fan theory, Jeffrey Mace is not an Inhuman. He wrote this before the episode. I have a suspicion that it is a lie told by the powers that be, probably Ross. Okay, you got that one wrong. To help smooth over diplomacy with the Inhumans. If true, Mace is either in on the lie or is being lied to. If the latter is the case, he may have been put through a super soldier program while unconscious, with evidence placed to make it look like he went through pterogenesis. I think that would be very compelling for character development. You know what? He missed it, but he's there. He's close enough. This guy is getting a no prize. In fact, Kenneth, maybe we'll give you a show on the network. That was really good. He actually had another thing that I think you'd like. He said the Slingshot web series was a lot of fun, but honestly, the MCU character most deserving of a web series is Spider-Man. So, no prize goes to him. Way to go, Kenneth.
Is that because of web? Is that why you said it?
And I am going to retract the no prize that Lil has won because, of course, it says web series Spider-Man. Get it?
Wah.
Jeez, Lil.
I was joking, of course.
Unless it has a fart in it, you don't find it funny.
True. You know my humor very well, I guess.
Farts equal funny, yes.
No, but I did like the switch. I was curious for a while there what was in the briefcase and why he was acting very, very weird.
Well, and you know what was funny? Molly, I was watching it with my daughter Molly. She called it out. when he was going after the case, after the plane had crashed, and then he's like, "We have a mission. We got to go get the case." This is before any of this had come out. Molly says, "Whatever's in the case is what gives him his superpowers." I was like, "No, he's an Inhuman." She's like, "That's why he wants it." She was right. She gets an O prize, just like on Oprah. Everybody gets an O prize.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty insightful. She caught that. Because he was like dead set on getting this case back. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it played out that way. I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% just because of Talbot. But I liked the playoff, especially because kind of was a super soldier program in a sense. Yeah. You know, because of his history in the Marvel Comics 616 proper.
Yes. Which, have you seen that about the Easter egg that's in the poster for the Defenders? Have you caught that yet?
No, I haven't paid attention. I haven't even seen the poster.
Way to follow our social media, Lil. There is a poster that was on the cover of Entertainment Weekly. I put it out on Instagram and Twitter, and I think it even went on our Facebook page, where it's got the four of them at the back of a truck.
Oh, okay.
Roll up to the top of the truck.
That's not a poster. That's a magazine cover.
Oh, so sorry. Okay, have you seen the magazine cover?
Yes.
Have you caught the Easter egg? Potentially. No. If you look at the top of the truck, for no apparent reason, the truck is labeled 616.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. People are saying it's like a wink that this is the universe they're in, which that would be great. If we knew if that was what they're in, we would have some parameters to work within.
But it's not. I mean, they've already shown. I mean, in Luke Cage, when he's walking through the video store, like that guy selling the bootleg videos, it's of the Hulk and everything during the Chitauri invasion. You know, like,
did I see that part? Holy cow! I don't remember seeing that part.
I think it's a nod to the Marvel universe where they came from.
Okay.
I don't think it's they're in the 616 because that's just not going to happen. Especially now that they've actually tied in with that Chitauri bullet into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right, true.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, tied into the MCU because of Coulson, because of
so it's a wink.
Lady Sif and everything. It's a wink. It's fun, it's great. Everybody needs to stop reading into every little thing that they throw because
don't tell that to Charlie.
Is this Charlie's theory?
No, but Charlie reads into everything.
Well, good for Charlie. I like when Charlie does that.
I do too.
He comes up with some great theories.
So I'm going to say that Talbot needs a douche jar. Do you know what that is? Do you ever watch the show The New Girl?
No.
One of the characters, they make him they call it the douche jar. Every time he says something completely douchey, they go jar. Talbot in that scene where where his phone was ringing and it had "Hail to the Chief" on it, and he's like, "It's the Commander in Chief." The whole time it was like they should have just been saying jar, jar, jar. He is a jar head, so thank you.
True.
Yes, but yeah, he was full of douchey sayings through that scene. So I don't know about Talbot, man. Sometimes I like him. Sometimes I know, but sometimes I just don't know why he's even here. This time I didn't really feel we didn't need him being a cameo. Just like they kept bringing up Burroughs, and then they killed off Burroughs, and I was like, I don't care about Burroughs at all.
Well, I mean, they brought him up because of his death. I mean, and then they chopped off his arm. I mean,
yeah, just zip.
Pretty bad.
Who I did care about, and I'd like to see more of, was the very bizarre moment when Talbot yelled at the guy with the hair. "You with the hair, give me some coffee. And don't forget my French vanilla creamer this time." What the hell was that?
I don't know.
That guy must joke.
Have won a cameo role or something.
But that was the worst. That was the worst. I mean, I actually kind of liked it, but it was so out of place.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and I think that they were trying to, it was all, this episode to me was all trying to be a big misdirection. Everything they showed us in the teaser,
everything.
Nothing came out except for the big misdirection we've had all season, that Patriot is not an Inhuman.
Right.
And then we're getting at the end an agreement for another misdirection that he will be the face and the puppet while Coulson is pulling the strings.
Right.
So, which is fine. I mean, I think everybody agrees that Coulson needs to be in charge.
Right. He does. He needs to be working the operations side of it. Absolutely. And he doesn't have to deal with the bureaucratic. That will be the Patriot's job. Although I am kind of disappointed that he's not the Patriot. Unless they start pumping him full of something.
Well, he is the Patriot. I mean, but he is, but even in the comics, I think the serum that he took wore off as well. I mean, like, it's fine that he is.
I would just like to see
from a serum.
I would have just liked to see a little bit more of what he could do. We saw him throw something. Yay!
But this is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They don't show us very much of what they can.
True.
Even Quake is a lot of stuff you just hear it.
Like tonight, you just hear, what's that? They go, what's that? Rumble, 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 door blows in. It's Quake. We didn't get to see anything. I did like her gauntlets, though. She had those silver gauntlets. Those are like an upgrade. Thought those looked pretty sweet.
Yeah. What do you think about the rumors going around that eventually Daisy's going to be director?
Probably.
I think that'd be terrible for the show.
But I think that'll happen. If it makes it, there's a lot of rumors that this could be the last season, too.
No, I think they already said that there's probably going to be at least one more.
Well,
I don't know
if one more
ABC said that he likes the show and he thinks the show can work with the Inhumans show going on. So
I don't know
think
if one more season is enough time to make Daisy director. I really don't. It seems like she would have had to leapfrog a lot of people to become director that quickly.
Right, but I mean, again, they dropped it though. They dropped it like
it's hot.
No, like in the beginning of this, when they were talking about when Talbot I think Talbot said it like, we had to find our other Captain America. We wanted a Inhuman as the face, and your Daisy went rogue.
Right. They were going to position her, yes. But they weren't going to position her as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., were they? They were just going to use her as the figurehead. Look at this good Inhuman.
Yeah, maybe.
It would be weird if they made her director. That would be really weird. What has she done to deserve being a director? Ooh, you got superpowers.
Yeah, but she's gone through being an agent. She's been through a lot.
To be director, though? What about Mac? What about May?
Again, they want somebody with superpowers. That was the
axe. He's got an axe shotgun.
He doesn't have superpowers.
How about tonight? Well, it's not an axe.
I know, the little hatchet. I know.
But that was, that was another thing that tonight when it happened, I felt like it was great because we've been missing it. We had a nice little fight scene with May. It was short, but it was pretty cool to see her fighting, Mac fighting with the hatchet, and the other dude. Who, they made it a point to show us the scarred guy, but we have no backstory on him. Who cares about him, right?
Right. I didn't care about him.
Yeah. The one thing that really was pretty cool that came out of it was when she fell on the saw, and then later on, she's realized she's an android or an alien. Right. I thought that was pretty exceptional. I thought the scenes with May and Ada were less than exceptional. It's not that I don't like what they were doing. I just thought the fact that she came out of this, willed herself out of it because she's a fighter.
Well, no. That's not why she willed herself out of it. It's because they put her in the wrong kind of sleep stasis, which I like that idea because they put she's like, well, she's getting a massage, she's relaxed. She doesn't do that.
I don't know. To me that just didn't work, but I can see why it would work for you.
For me.
Well, no, I don't mean that like a slab.
I get it. It makes sense for the character. This character that's why he said she's a warrior,
right? Not
because she is strong enough to will herself out of the stasis.
No, and that's not what I was saying
because she
either.
Doesn't relax.
I just thought they've had her drugged for days, and now they put her in this state where she's getting a massage and she fights her way out. That was weird. I did like when she woke up, and I loved when she threw the kick and Ada grabbed and sedated her. I thought that was great. But once again, the scene, that whole thing didn't do a lot for me. I need more to play out. And I kept getting the feeling they're going to kill her and leave the LMD in her place. And I think that's a weird choice, but I kind of felt like that might be where we're leading. And they also backed off of our big bad because when May woke up and she saw him and we know that he's doing all these shenanigans, he wasn't really driven by the Darkhold tonight. And he even seemed to kind of wimp out a little bit, in my opinion. He didn't seem very strong for the guy to be your big bad for the season or for the second half of the season. I wasn't feeling it. I'm feeling like we're working without a villain right now.
See, no, I don't see it that way. I see it that he is not your typical big bad. You know, that's how I see it. I don't see that he's driven by he understands that he's got to play a certain type of game. He doesn't want to get anybody hurt. He realizes these are his friends. If he wanted to, I mean, he's already built multiple Adas. You know, he can build a whole bunch more, have them run into.
If he's so gripped by if he's so gripped by the Darkhold, wouldn't he kind of forget about all that? Wouldn't he just go right ahead and hurt him? Because the argument last week that you made was that he became the big bad because of the Darkhold. But that Darkhold would have been infecting him. Look at how it affected the other people in the first half of the season. They were hell-bent on,
but they worked with the Darkhold. He looked at it for a split second and shoot it away. So it's not like it had
a Darkhold on him?
I guess, for lack of a better term. But you know, I
think
look
that was
at
an excellent term.
I look at it this way, that this season is split into two bads. And really, I don't think that, you know, yes, we've got the LMD storyline, and that's going to play out in its own right, and it's going to impact the internal team. It's going to leave that scar that we keep getting with the team, which is kind of annoying. You know, how many times are we going to have the team fractured over and over? I mean, that's the thing. Like
that trailer for next week. Who's the traitor? And I'm watching it going, May is the traitor. Why are we playing this game? May is the traitor.
So, but I like that, you know, we've got a split story here with the Watchdogs, because I think the Senator, I think this whole thing is going to have bigger implications to them going forward. Because, I mean, they're bringing in
implied that the Watchdogs are part of are splintered off of Hydra.
Hydra never dies.
Right.
We know
one head off, another one grows.
And that's fine. But who is, and the real big bad here is whoever Nadir is answering and working for.
And I think that's what I was looking for this week, was something leading us that way. We need more crumbs dropped along the trail to
you're not going to get that for a while. I mean, actually, isn't the show off now for 2 weeks?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
I think it is.
But see, to me, if it's off for 2 weeks, this is the perfect time in those last moments. Don't give me this, who's the traitor? Give me a breadcrumb about this big bad. That's what I needed. And see, the other thing is here's what I predict is going to happen. I can't think of his name. The bad right now that created the LMDs. He's going to die by the end of this season. I'm telling you, he's going to die. Ada, the only one that will survive of the Adas, will have realization that, and that might be who kills him, but realization that they're acting badly. And going forward, we will have a good Ada in the next season as part of kind of an offshoot of the team, working with Fitz and Simmons, always causing that tension between the two. That's what I predict.
I don't know. I mean, can we go with it? I mean,
it's not what I want to have happen, but I think that's what's going to happen. And I think he's going to die. And I really hope they don't do this, but they very well could kill May accidentally. Maybe he kills May, and that's what makes Ada realize, because as she's getting humanity, she realizes that's not right. She kills him to stop him, or maybe she accidentally kills May. She accidentally kills May and then develops guilt. That could be. And we're left with the LMD of May, who will that's a way to make her kind of an Inhuman, to make her a super strong, not an Inhuman, but like a Marvel, where she was always good, but now she's got like super strength and stuff behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. They are not off next week. I miss next week's episode is called Wake Up, and it says It says that May works to uncover the truth about what happened to her.
LMD May does.
Yes, and then Ada's next move puts everyone at risk.
Okay. I mean, I want to see it. I'm anxious.
Yeah, I guess so. And we're getting Patton Oswalt back.
Yeah, we are. And we're going to get an explanation as to what he is. Now, if it turns out he's LMD, I'm going to be really disappointed because we called that in the beginning. We were joking around about it. And then they made a reference on there that they are not. I would rather have it be that they are just triplets. They are not LMDs, especially since the one was killed.
Yeah.
You know, unless that was the original. These are just copies. I mean, I don't know. There's ways you could do it.
I don't know. Maybe.
I did like that the May LMD, when she was talking to Daisy, made that reference to something is off. And, of course, Daisy's thinking she's human, so she's like, oh, is there something? She was implying it was between her and Coulson or whatever. But that's not what May was talking about. What are we going to call her? We can't call her May. May is sedated. And LMD May is no fun. What's a good name for her? The Maybot. Want to go with the Maybot? No? Like a fembot?
That sounds terrible.
Huh. Oh, you come up with one. Mayroid?
That's what that might be what you have.
I got a new chair tonight. We'll find out next week. Has nothing to do with age.
I don't know what it has to do with. I don't have it.
I was pregnant once. It happens from that.
Ew.
I'm getting punchy because I know Jack's coming into town. Did you know Jack's coming into town?
No, I didn't.
It's 2 nights. He's coming in tomorrow late afternoon, and he's leaving Saturday morning at 6 a.m. So literally he's going to come here and sleep, and that'll be it. He's the college we went to is having its 50th anniversary of its jazz festival. So he's coming in. He's going to hang out there and see people. And
ask him if he needs somebody to spoon with.
Of course he does. You want to come see him? Want to go see some jazz? I got to work.
Do.
Yeah. What did we miss? Did we miss anything in this?
No, I think we got everything. I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm looking through my notes. I mean, we covered just about everything. I like Mace. I want him to stick around. I know one thing that I saw that was another total reference. When the plane crashed, the pilot had that branch sticking through his chest. It reminded me so much of Lost. Did you ever watch Lost?
Nope.
Spoiler, there's a plane crash. Looked just like that.
Yeah, I heard that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You with the hair. Give me some coffee. All right. I think I'm done. Are you done?
I'm done.
So that's it, everybody. Follow us on Twitter at Nuff Said Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Nuff Said Podcast. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Google Play, basically any place you get your podcast. Make sure you're subscribing, rate us, and review us. It really, truly helps motivate us, and it helps other people find us. We have a Patreon page. Look up Nuff Said Podcast, and you can give at the Patreon page. Support us. It would really help. Even $1. I mean, think about it. You're getting right now, we're just adding a new show. 5 shows plus an original web show every week, and you can get that for like $1 a month. I mean, come on, you can't beat that. In fact, if you're doing $1 a month, you should reconsider and make it like $10 a month. So it's on Patreon. Just look up Nuff Said Podcast or follow the links that are in the show notes. And you can follow me at R Southgate. Give your info.
You can follow me at the League of Geeks podcast, and that's Geeks with a Z, and that is at LOGEEKZ.
And I am going to call it until next week. Nuff said.
Nuff said.